My name is Kelsey. I'm 5 years old. I take a needle and I really don't like it, and I hope I can find a cure.
Let's hope we can find a cure. Kelsey Connell is 6 years old. She suffers from a rare disease called polyarteritis nodosa, or PAN. The potentially fatal disease causes blood vessels to stretch and weaken. It damages the internal organs, and there is no cure. Joining me now is Kelsey's mother, Jennifer Connell, and grandmother, Mary Wagner, both of South Jersey. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
So first, tell us about the disease and how it affects Kelsey.
Well, Kelsey is never okay. Outwardly, she looks fine like any other 6-year-old little girl, but inside her blood vessels and her inflammatory markers are high. This time last year, she was hospitalized, so she has a disease, and she does the best she can.
She does, and at times, because of her autoimmune condition, a common cold will take double or triple the amount of time to go away. So every new addition in her life seems to be more complex as a result of this as well.
This really has become your mission to spread the word about this disease known as PAN, and also to raise awareness for rare diseases everywhere that aren't getting the proper funding, attention that they should be.
That's correct, Rosemary. I could not sit by on the sidelines and watch my granddaughter suffer, and no one had an answer. So we took it upon ourselves to start our nonprofit, and we've been up about 1.5 years so far, and we've had numerous fundraisers. Pat Stakes was involved, softball events. We have an annual gala that we're doing this year, and the response has been overwhelming.
Is the goal to raise funds for research?
It is. It is for research and awareness. This disease has just been diagnosed 3 years ago. There are probably other children that have it that don't know they have it, so we also want to bring awareness to the disease.
And why do you think there is such a lack of government focus on it?
Partially, I would say, due to the National Institute of Health, who's been a great proponent for us and, in fact, helped us find what it was after 3 years of no one being able to correctly identify it. I think that's a piece of it. But because it is rare and because it is unknown, I don't know if they feel there's enough of an emphasis to support it and a rationale to do so.
Enough people affected by it, enough people sounding the alarm, hey, this is important and we want to get the word out.
Yes, and it's also international. Last year, we attended an international conference. Polyarteritis nodosa is a manifestation of an 8082 deficiency, which is a gene deficiency. And there is an organization for that, and they brought researchers and doctors from all over the world: Israel, Italy, Switzerland, London, NIH, and it was a great success. They're sharing data, and they're making great strides in the research of this disorder. You
mentioned it a moment ago that you felt like because of the lack of support out there, I mean, you mentioned obviously the NIH has been a wonderful partner in helping you come to the conclusion of what was happening with Kelsey, but you mentioned because of the lack of support generally that's out there, that you had to start your own nonprofit. What do you say to other parents out there whose children may be affected by a rare disease who don't know where to turn?
Well, I did. I tried to say this at the convention. Please contact me. I will help you do it. It's not that hard. And once you start, you don't know where it's going to take you. I didn't think it would ever take me here. And it's such a wonderful feeling to know that I am helping my granddaughter in the only way that I know how to. And that's
but at the same time, I would also say that it's sometimes hard to talk about it. It's hard to outwardly express what you're feeling. So having support and avenues to do so in a community where you feel will respond and help you get to your mission, I think is important, because once you do start speaking, you'll be surprised at what you find as a result.
How is Kelsey doing?
I would say today she's okay. I don't think there's a day that people look at her and see she looks great and healthy. Inside we have battles and struggles, and when she is going to bed and her leg hurts, you know, it triggers alarms for us. And the medication that she's on, which is an injection weekly, is needed weekly, but for most patients it's needed every 2 weeks. So for her it's weekly, and a year ago it was ineffective. So we had to change. So we're in an okay place, but I don't know that we're ever actually okay.
We'll continue to keep her in our thoughts and in our prayers. And we should mention, as you said in the beginning, You do a lot of fundraising efforts, so we want to make sure that that gets out there. You have a fundraiser coming up. It's for Kelsey. It happens on November 24th from 7 in the evening until 11. It's at Auletto Caterers in Almanessa, New Jersey. Tickets are $75 per person. There will be food, dancing, a silent auction, plenty to do. Tickets are available right now at newviewforpan.org.